and I always dreamed of maybe doing it one day for my own project. So it's a pretty full circle moment every day waking up on the tour bus and seeing cactus out the window. How you going?
So good. Where the bloody hell are you right now?
I'm in a car park in El Paso, Texas.
Hell yeah.
We're
As you
on
do.
we're on our way to Austin. And yeah, we've posted up in a place with better Wi-Fi so I can get onto these calls with you. But I'm just standing in a car park. Look.
Hell yeah. That's
It's so
so
funny. I feel like the best connections we ever have are people standing in car parks. Like Addison Ray was the same. I'm like, what is this? Like, what's happening?
Well, it's when you're on the road, you're like we're driving through the desert. So it's like this is the next like big town. So, one hour like east where it's gonna be, no connection at all. So,
you nailed
the
it,
Yeah.
man.
car park's where it's at.
Hell yeah. Are you kind of living this beautiful, you've made this very like 80s sort of butch Bruce Springsteen album. Is it kind of this tour feels like it matches really perfectly? Like you're going through the real like the belts of America and like doing these, rogue truck stops and stuff. Does it kind of feel like this tour matches perfectly?
Yeah, like I think when I was like thinking of the visuals and when I write music, I kind of see music videos and like I don't know, like a movie, like you think of the soundtrack when I write songs, and it was definitely like an American desert, like road trip kind of vibe. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what the album sounds like to me. I was like listening to it the other day. I'm like, it takes me to a place when I wasn't even born. But I feel like I was there because it's happening now. What's your favorite
Yeah.
song on the record?
I think I like the second song, I Don't Want to Regret, because it just makes me
Yes.
happy and there's a lot of saxophone.
Yeah.
Um, or the last song on the album, Let's Take This Show on the Road, it just feels like a song that when I'm 80 years old and I have real saggy tits, I'll look back and be like, oh yeah, I still like that song, you know?
It's when I had perky tits. Yeah.
Yeah. Takes me back to a perkier time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's so sick. The whole record is so wonderful, and I feel like across your career, something that's really impressed me about you is the way you've kind of chameleoned into all these different worlds. When you first started, it was very hard to put you in a box and work out who you were, and then from kind of even just single to single, you kind of evolved, and you're still evolving. Is that kind of intentional, or are you just making music that feels right at the time?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like my first album, I felt like such a kid. Like I was just learning how to produce, like on my laptop. I like never really sang in front of anyone. So I feel like my vocals, each album, I'm learning how to use my voice more. Like now I'm holding bigger notes and I'm projecting more. At the start of my career, I didn't know how to sing that well. So I've just been learning along the way, and I guess everyone's kind of watched me just learn along the way and get more confident and learn new instruments or do new things or get better as a producer. So, um, yeah, I feel like, it's never been intentional. I think it's just like everyone's watching me grow up in a way.
Yeah, it's really
Mm.
cool. It's amazing, you have kind of grown up in front of us all, and I still remember hearing about you for the first time. I remember Claire Collins put it in my inbox a few hours before it dropped, and I was like, all right, something's happening here. We're on here. And then from then
Mm.
it's everything's just gone crazy over such a long time. Um, do you kind of look at what you're doing in the US at the moment and think, holy shit, like this wasn't meant to leave Australia. This wasn't meant to be anything bigger than just Jay kind of banging out some songs at home. Like this tour must feel ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't know, for me like just it's only been 2 nights, but like I've always wanted to live on a tour bus. That's always been like something that I've always wanted to do, and I got to do it when I was session drumming for other bands when I was younger before I went solo. And I always dreamed of maybe doing it one day for my own project. So it's a pretty full circle moment every day waking up on the tour bus and seeing cactus out the window. It feels like a movie. So yeah, I pinch myself every day that I really feel like I've made it somehow, like I feel like, oh wow, I actually do this for a living and I get to drive in a tour bus and bring a dream team together of band members and crew members, and we get to go out to dinner together and then play shows and then cry together, and Chriselle comes and jumps on the tour bus. It really feels like I'm living in a movie and I'm just the luckiest person that ever lived.
Well, I was going to say, if that was the dream, does it live up to the dream? But it definitely sounds like it does. That's
Yeah.
amazing. It's giving Hacks. It reminds me of Hacks season 2. That's what it's reminding me of.
I
Yes.
need to watch Hacks. Everyone's been telling me that I need to
You
watch
do.
Hacks.
Yeah,
Yes.
you absolutely do. Big tour bus vibes. Big tour bus vibes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
It feels like what happens in Hacks is kind of like a elevated version of what your career has been, to be honest. Like, and also
Mm.
the protagonist is also 75, and you're not 75 yet, so that's one
She does
key
have saggy
difference.
tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And she remembers a perkier time as well. Dude, really, really happy that people are hearing this record. And I don't know, I feel like it's so weird. You kind of launched just as I was sort of launching my radio career, but we've never done an
Mm-hmm.
interview before, and it just feels like,
I know.
yeah, I'm finally bagging G Flip for a chat, and it's been like 10 years in the making. It's fucking crazy.
I know. I just like feel like I know you from your handle, just like always popping up, always commenting, little comments here in the chats here and there. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, dude. One thing I need to ask you, the AriAs are coming up in about a month's time, 2 months, 2 months' time. And the last 2 years, the last place that I have been before I went home was the now famed G Flip after party. Last year, sponsored by Box Juice, which was which was wonderful. Will you be putting on another of your now famous AriAs after parties for a third year in a row?
I don't know. I'm going to be coming off something like 42 dates flying straight in from Glasgow. So I'm literally flying from Glasgow. I'm going to arrive the morning of the Arias. Um, so if I can somehow manage to kind of plan a party with all the shows, then I'll do it. But yeah, I'm not sure just because of this long. I'm going to be on tour from now to the Arias playing 4 to 5 shows a week. So
That's
if I can
insane.
if I can manage to pull off a party and sort something out while on the road, then I'll do it because it is fun having a party. And I started having the AriAs after parties because all the other AriAs after parties I went to kind of sucked, to be
Yes.
honest.
Well,
I was like, everyone
we
would
can
always
be
leave.
we can be your men on the ground. We'll do the organizing while you're on tour. We'll
Yeah.
be a team.
Yep.
Okay,
We'll sort it all out. We'll sort it
yeah,
all out.
sort it out.
It's crazy you're going to be away for so long, but then you come back for the Arias. What happens after that? Are we looking at some solid time back on the ground here?
Yeah, I'll be sticking around in Australia, doing a lot of family time and seeing my friends and taking my group of mates away on a little holiday. But then I think for the first time in my life, I'm not going to do Christmas with my Aussie family. I think I'm going to head Chriselle's way to Missouri and do a American Christmas this year.
My goodness. It's going to
I
be very
Yeah,
different.
it's
yeah.
it's probably going to snow. I can't even think of a white Christmas. I'm like, that's only for Christmas cards and Christmas movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like drinking eggnog like unironically. Like it will be serious.
Yeah, they do that, and they have all these like pies and all these foods and stuff. That's
Yams.
yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
full on.
Yeah.
So I might give it a go. But then, then I'm excited for next year for all the Aussie shows are going to be unreal.
Yeah.
So I'll be back for that.
It's going to feel like a proper homecoming. I feel like I keep going, I remember this, I remember that, but your Splendour show in the mud year when you had the broken wrist, I think it was the mud year. I'm 99% sure it was the mud year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, that show is still like top 10 live performances I have ever seen. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen, and with a broken
Oh,
fucking hand as well. If
yeah.
anyone hasn't seen a G Flip live show, they absolutely need to. Do you feel like you've become even more confident as a live performer? Because I know you had a lot of experience as a live performer before you even, became G Flip as such. But do you feel like you're just getting better and better the more you're on the road?
Yeah, I reckon 100%. I feel like it's anything in life, the more you practice, just say it was cooking, the more you're practicing, you're going to be a better cook. So I'm out here just playing shows and trying to refine. And also, every era of mine, I like to try learn something new. So now I'm playing saxophone live because I was like, imagine seeing someone rock a fucking drum solo and then pick up a sax and then rock a sax solo. Like, I've never seen anyone do that. So I was like, well, let's try give it a go. So I spent the last 3 months learning sax and had my first performance last night, and I think it went pretty well. I did one bung note, but I don't think anyone noticed, so it was all good.
What's the next instrument you're going to master?
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the bagpipes, guys. Obviously,
Oh, for Glasgow. I mean, you've got to.
Yeah.
obviously.
Loz and I were at the pub a few months ago.
Oh my God.
And we're sitting in the middle of the pub having a beer, and all of a sudden we hear bagpipes. And there's like 8 people in the pub, including a man with bagpipes who walked up and down the pub playing the bagpipes, and it was the most oddly emotional experience of our lives.
Yeah.
Like, we
Ooh.
both bawled from it.
We were like clapping and dancing, and then he'd sit down and have a rest, and then he'd start up again. We were like, yeah, the bagpipes. Then he just started again and played himself out. Like, he walked out of the pub playing the bagpipes. It was the most iconic thing we've ever seen.
So you must learn the bagpipes, bro.
No, this is giving me show inspiration. Don't play with me, guys.
The grand exit on the bagpipes.
You know I'm going to be ending my Margaret Corderino Horden Pavilion with me just rocking them pipes on my way out.
Yes.
It's so sick. Dude, the fact you learned the saxophone is ridiculous. You were already doing enough on that stage, like, just with you drumming and singing at the same time. That was enough. And now you're fucking rocking a saxophone? You are ridiculous, G-Flip. You're insane.
Yeah, I wanted to give it a go. And I actually bought a saxophone when I was 18 years old, and I said, one day the moment is going to happen where you're going to know that it's time to learn the saxophone. And then that moment happened, and then I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm learning now. I've got a show in 3 months. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And you also wrote an album that required saxophone as well. Like, I feel like I now feel like you did this entire whole 80s kind of, vibe just so just so you had an excuse to crack the sax out.
Nick, stop uncovering all my secrets, bro.
You are the fucking best. It's been really lovely to catch up with you today and finally do an interview with you as well. And I'll definitely see you when you're back on the ground, AriAs time, and we'll have a box.
Love it.
We'll have a box juice together.
Love it. Hopefully I'm not in a random car park next time as well.
You probably will be, but that we all will be, so it's fine.
Yeah, your life is just car parks now, dude.
Well, love it. Awesome.
You're the best, dude.